Well, in today's Frontline Diaries segment, we're joined by John Casselman, Manager of Care Environment at the Ottawa Hospital. John, transporting and looking after patients within a hospital, this is a bigger task than most people realize. Tell me what you and your team do exactly.
Yeah, firstly, thank you very much for having me. A lot of complexities, but in the most simplistic form, we provide the safe, timely transportation of patients, specimens, and other equipments throughout the hospital.
And you're in charge of this team of over 100 people, and you've referred to them as heroes. Why is that?
The team has just have been phenomenal. Through the duration of this pandemic, we're in our 8th month now, and they continue to rise to the challenge. We have been inundated with a lot of process enhancements, a lot of changes, and I'm so very thrilled for my group and the way they've responded.
In this era of personal protective equipment, I think we've realized the value of a warm smile and how typically easy it is to convey that kind of emotion, but delivering compassionate care from behind the mask, how much tougher is that?
Yeah, it's presented some unique challenges. That's what this pandemic has been. It's been a series of unique challenges, but again, the team has overcome that. They've used their tone, their body language. They show our patients how much they care. Quite often, sometimes it's the most simplistic things, offering a warm blanket, or just making sure that everything they set the tone that everything's okay and things are going to be okay. And there's a committed group of healthcare professionals here at the hospital that are here to make sure that they're going to receive the best possible care.
And you and your wife are both in healthcare. I understand she's an ICU nurse, and just doing your jobs back in the spring meant a major sacrifice for your family, right?
It did. So we have 3 young children. Our boys are 5, 7, and 10 years of age. And we realized almost at the onset of this pandemic that we were going to struggle trying to balance work with home care, with schools being in a state of suspension. The boys went to stay with my parents firstly, and then my wife's parents, and they were away for almost 2 months. And it was really appreciated. We missed them terribly.
I heard the kids did okay, right? Didn't your 7-year-old come back with a new skill?
Yeah, it was so amazing. We one of my favorite times of the day, when we're going to bed and reading stories, and he surprised me. It was he told me he learned to read, and I thought he was just kidding. I thought he was gonna show me some pictures the way we had up until that particular point.
So they walked and they walked.
And he took one of his books and he started to read, and I was absolutely blown away. And it was the investment that my mother had made, my mother-in-law had made, and spending time with him and working with him day in and day out, and they got him to the point where he was able to read, and was absolutely blown away.
Gotta love the grandparents. Well, John, thank you to you and your wife and your team and the grandparents for the sacrifices you've all made. We appreciate you, and thanks for sharing your story today.
Thank you very kindly.